smile on your face, and probably quite rightly so after the weekend.
Yeah, it was a very good performance the weekend. Delighted for the extended squad, really. Obviously, made a lot of changes. We got some young players onto the pitch who did exceptionally well. So it was, as I said a couple of weeks ago, it was a good place to come into this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And how important is that? Because you're going to pick up injuries, all the rest of it. Some of these guys could have big parts to play over the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's there's numerous reasons why it is important. For squad morale is very important because players want to play and they come in on a Monday and they've got something to review and they feel like they've contributed. Secondly, obviously, you never know where you're going to be in the playoff time, so I can guarantee there are going to be players on that pitch Friday night, and this coming Saturday will be in the thick of it come the playoffs if we get there.
And I guess the senior players, the ones who've been playing more in the Championship, will be looking at that and thinking, hang on.
Yeah, obviously we reviewed this morning, and the competition for places is outstanding. It's we had a new centre combination this week with Mosses and Tomasa. Tomasa did very well, and that puts pressure on Jack Tovey, and obviously we've got Gareth Moore due back in 4 or 5 weeks. Same with our wings. Delighted to see George back out on Ashton Gate. Charlie Amesbury, as we know, comes back in and plays particularly well. So it's competition's massively high. The good thing is the boys support each other as well. So it's, as I said, it's a good place to be.
And 50 points, obviously you're always going to be happy with the attacking side of things, but to limit Bedford 2-8, given some of the issues you had defensively, that's going to be pretty pleasing.
Yeah, it was, and especially at the end there, you saw the desire in the squad there at the end. It's very easy when you're 50 points up to think, it doesn't matter if we give them one. And I thought against London Scottish we defended our line particularly well at the end, and then Bedford they got over the line once with some good attack, but we showed some real character at the end to keep them out. And as always, there's things that we can work on. So our driving line out was a massive weapon for us, but probably the pleasing thing was our balance to our game. So I thought Adrian Jarvis played particularly well again. His kicking game was excellent, and we posed them questions that they probably didn't expect from us. Our kicking game was pretty good.
And for the young lads, I mean, they all want to sort of come in and make their mark, but they probably accept that maybe they're not going to force their way into the first team. But it's the older guys, people like Adrian Jarvis, who is having that right attitude and taking the chance when it's there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and obviously we know what AJ can do. He's a established performer at Premiership and Championship level, but the likes of Andy Uren coming on in a game that was still fairly tactical when he came on. I thought he showed really good maturity in terms of how he organised our forwards. He organised a little bit of a kicking game, and then obviously his score off the back of a scrum shows exactly what he's been doing for Clifton and Filton in the past. That's his game. He's an electric runner, very powerful lad for his size, and added to that, Callum Sheedy gets on first touch and he scores in the corner, and then nails a conversion. So delighted for those two lads in particular, because young halfbacks, they take a time to mature, but they show glimpses of quite an exciting future, I think.
Okay, so Bedford again, obviously this weekend. Do you want to change things up? Does it matter? Do you just try and do the same again?
There'll always be additions. Some of our attacking play needs to improve. We were a little bit narrow on some of our carries. Some of our first phase wasn't particularly accurate, so we'll be looking to improve the whole of our game, really, our parts of our attacking game, specifically our ability to exit. We got trapped in our 22 a couple of times, so there's little things that we're going to work on, but the majority of our game will stay the same. But you can be assured that Bedford were hurting after, and they're a proud team and they're well coached and they've got a good environment there, so they're going to come out on Saturday looking for a little bit of revenge, really.